Hopefully that's working now. Maybe we're live on YouTube. Let me check. Why does it still say that I'm playing Dusk Fade? I updated that. I'm not still playing Dusk Fade. I'm playing Sparking Zero. Okay, no, wait. It's updated, I think. Okay. Sorry, my computer hates it when I launch Sparking Zero and try to stream at the same time. Omega update. What the heck is up? It is the Omega update. The Sparking Omega update. Let me get over to the hell is and Dusk Fade. It's a game, but it's not the game that we're playing. The game that we're playing is Sparking Zero. But everything is blowing up. This was my last attempt to get OBS Classic to work, and I don't think it's gonna. This was its last chance to actually work. Okay. So, this is what we're doing now. Hopefully I don't have to cancel everything. Okay. I think we're fine, though. I think we're fine. So yeah, Sparking Omega is a mod for Sparking Zero. That includes... I'm going to the training range real quick just to show off some of the stuff. There's a minor graphical overhaul. There's a bunch of new maps that don't have teaser images for them. Let's go to the cave. I find it ironic that Dragon Ball FighterZ, a game that came out in like 2017, has better animations than this game. Well, I think they're different animations. I wouldn't exactly call them better. It's just the difference between 2D animation and 3D animation, which I know Fighters is technically 3D, but it's like, it's not really. No, I think this game has great animations though. But as you can see, all of the characters with unique icons here on the left side of the screen are Sparking Omega variants on characters, which includes faster movement, more fluid movement, weightless movement, faster attack strings, real-time beams, so no beam cutscenes, and general balance changes throughout, including changes to health and whatnot. But as you can see, there are also some custom outfits that they've added in. We also do have a couple of additional outfit mods, which include a Zeno Goku skin. Actually, I think that one's baked. I think that one's baked into Sparking Omega. Impossible to say. As well as some of these other ones, like the BT3 alt color palettes. The stream is tweaking. I know. I know. Alright, hold on. Bear with me. Everybody who's on YouTube, don't go anywhere. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Okay. I'm back. Maybe. We'll see what happens here. I really hope that it sent me back. Oh, my streamer mode turned off. God, I hate the Halloween noises. They are so silly. Okay. Are we live? Trying to wave at the screen. Okay, I think we are live. It's just sometimes white stuff shows up on stream. Well, hopefully that's not gonna happen anymore. Am I back? Can you guys see me, hear me, feel me? Okay, sweet. Obviously you can't feel me. Please don't try. Okay, chat is showing up on my end. OBS, man, just like sucks. I don't know. I've been having troubles with it. I'm back on Meld. Everything seems to be fine. Any hoots and hollers. I need to get this working on TikTok as well. Yeah, so we were kind of talking about the mod pack a little bit. Basically, There's a bunch of balance changes that happened. Only the characters that have the various new banners actually have the changes. But like I said, we have a bunch of alternate costumes and things, alt color palettes. I don't know what's going on with the legs on that last one. That was weird. There's some extra battle damage, which is kind of cool. No, oh, this is supposed to be the DBZ Movie 9 fit, but the BoJack movie fit, but it's just like black and untextured. It's supposed to be orange, but whatever. The point still stands. I'm going to put him in a different outfit so that it doesn't look so wrong. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. But yeah, there's also a couple unique characters in here, like Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, which is pretty neat. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well has the unique outfit here, as well as this sick looking alt. Gohan Black, yeah. There is also just a Gohan Black alt costume here. Look at him. It's so good. Yeah, that's interesting though that the BT3 color schemes get overwritten by these, I guess. This one looks cool. Let's see. I thought there was maybe another character. I know Shin. So we have Supreme Kai is playable. And oh, we even have Broly is part of the pack now. We also have Golden Cooler. Look at him in all of his golden might. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, we do even have proper Gohan Black with Divinity Unleashed, a unique form to this mod pack. Very sick. As well, we have revamped of the new Daima characters that can transform up to their additional forms. I think that does include Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3 Adult Goku and Vegeta. The end variants, maybe it's a costume. Let me check. Which we have the end of Z Fit here. Looks dope. Okay, so let's go through to this one. Does that unlock anything for us? Or does it have to be Super Saiyan 3 to go up to Super Saiyan 4? Ah, okay, it just has to be Super Saiyan 3. Cooler is cooler than everyone in this game. Facts. We have a nice little Goku Black fit with Goku. Normal. Okay, so that's the idea anyway. So we're just going to go play some Sparking Zero for a little bit. we're going to do some other world tournaments so that we get some time with some of these characters.
This is getting exciting already.
And then we'll maybe do some fantasy fights. Could be fun to see what the CPU does. I have to go live on TikTok now.
Here today.
Alright. We live on everything. I think I need to do what I normally do, though, which is move this over here and move the Twitch and YouTube chat down to my third monitor. And then bring the Twitch chat out over here so that I don't have to go all the way to the right side of the screen to look at chat. Okay, Otherworld Games. All right.
Come on, let's get started.
I'm kind of interested in how Gohan Black plays, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Although I'm also interested to see how Super Saiyan 4 Daima and Super Saiyan 3 Daima play. Oh, Shallot's in here now too, sick. Yeah, let's just go for Gohan Black. And then we'll do Cooler next one. Because this is just too good. This is one of the custom maps, too. Alright. I've not played the game for a minute. At least on this difficulty. Yo, Banks L, thank you for liking the live. Alright, competitors ready? I think so, King Kai. I think we're ready to go. Guess who and when? #1 Champa fan now? Oh, giant man. Ahaha. I have infinite movement, you fool. Hit him with the power ball. Okay, never mind. What? My hits are fine. Okay. We just gotta... He's just trying to get out of here, man. What do you know? Ugh. Hit him with the real-time beam. That did a lot of damage. Yeah, formerly Piccolo Glazer. Call me whatever. Funny art, man. Hell yeah. Alright, we're gonna transform up. This is a sick new form. The Black Kamehameha. Oh! But it's like a big ball. And it does so much damage. Alright. Goodbye, mister. Smack, smack. Why did it have to be a giant round one? Oh, shoot! Hit him from behind. This is not gonna work, right? This does not work on giants. Couldn't possibly. Oh, he just dodged it. Good for him. No, don't worry about it, man. Here, just back up. Why does Key Flight use stamina in some games? I don't know. I mean, I'm like kind of okay with it. It's a resource. It needs to be managed. This isn't gonna work at all. Okay, we just smack into him. We just smack into him and it works. The hair model is really fun.
Mystic power of my ultimate form.
My ultimate form. And we're gonna do Golden Cooler next. Kind Kai, can you just shut up already? We are trying to watch the fight. We are not here to listen to you yap.
Well, excuse me for trying to add a little bit of fun to this battle.
Is there Golden Cooler? There is. I like it in Kakarot because it did use Ki. Because it didn't use Ki. For a game like that, it makes sense. Golden Metal Cooler does exist. He's golden. Alright, we're going against Super Boo. Gohan absorbed. Well, well, well. Welcome in. I'm Gohan. I'm Gohan. TR230709. Alright, shut. You're going down. Is this a new update? This is a update to the mod Sparking Omega. This is not a base game update. Oh, come on! Oh, that was sick. Okay, hold on. Let me just back up. Oh, he's so fast! Yo, thank you, Android18, for sharing the live. Absolute goat. Oh, that was a huge dodge from him! OMG, my lag is wild. Your lag is wild? Are you sure it's you, or is it me? Of course. We're going all the way! Oh, shoot. He's powering up. There we go. Golden Metal Cooler is the strongest cooler, and he is from Heroes, and I think there is infinite of him. Whoa. Are you going to copy the art style of the Dragon Ball? Copy the art style of the Dragon Ball. Whatever could you mean, my friend? I'm Candy. It's me. Okay, sick. Kid Boo. Indeed. We gotta power up again.
How do you like this new form?
How do you like this new form? Come on, beam struggle, beam struggle, beam struggle. You suck. You're fighting Kid Boo. No, this is not Kid Boo at all. This is Super Boo Gohan absorbed. PC. Only PC can have mods. Why is the chat gaslighting me? Oh shit. Sick sword, dude. If Boo turns people into chocolate, does that make Gohan Black dark chocolate? Yes, in fact it does. Heroes is trash. Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Banger theme song, though. Goodbye, mister. I'm really liking this new version of Gohan. Buhan does not exist. Bruh. Buhan is the strongest of all the boos. Boo, 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 boo. So thank you for the likes over on TikTok. Y'all are so dope. Alright, let's continue on. One more battle. You're lying! I'm not lying! That guy back there is not real! Remember that lady that went crazy on the plane? And then became a tentpole of the alt-right pipeline? I like the fact that they even changed Fuse Zamasu's hair in Gohan Black. Yeah, for sure. It's a nice little attention to detail. I wish Gohan Black was in the base game. I thought there was not supposed to be any cutscenes on moves like that. I guess Crazy Finger Beam still has a cutscene. He is a fan character because Gohan can't be absorbed. Gohan only sucks. He does not get sucked. If you know what I mean. This is for your blasphemy! They just have all these voice lines. Well, the lady who made a career out of the planes doesn't look like the same person. She looks like the Hakutua girl. Who also is kind of like a... It's kind of like a whole thing. Oh, dude, I love getting the sick vanishes like that. Don't. Hey, just instant transmission. The lens flares are crazy. I'm gonna do a reverse fusion dance on you. No, yuck. We're going all the way again. To this day, she refuses to come forward about what exactly she believes she saw. Of course. And when you're a grifter like that, you never give people answers. If you can continue to, like, milk the mystery behind it, then you never reveal. Bonk. Oh! Ha 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 ha! You fool. Got him. Pew! Is that Super Ultimate Gohan Black? It is. Divinity Unleashed, I think, is the name. I don't know what a reverse fusion is. I'm gonna rip you in twain. Yes, Spike from Buffy, my favorite Dragon Ball Super character. Yes. Piccolo from Dragon Ball Evolution, my favorite Dragon Ball character. Also Zamasu's voice actor. Yo, Shadow the Hedgehog, thank you for following the live creator. That's me. Hi.
We're currently accepting new entries, so hurry on over and
All right, we're gonna do Golden Cooler. That's what we said. Piccolo is a fusion, by the way. That's true.
Come on, let's get started.
To a certain extent. He's not only a reincarnation, but he also fuses down the line. I guess Piccolo is kind of technically an unfusion, as he was once Kami. All right, look at Golden Cooler. Look at him shining against the pale redness of the first Demon Realm. Technically three-way fusion, true. Kind of like Garnet. Three-way fusion, best friends forever. Demon King Piccolo was killed by Frieza, by the way.
Come on, let's get started.
What? You guys remember when Demon King Piccolo killed Shenron? That was crazy. Oh, we got the manga colors.
Well, I guess it's okay to train once in a while.
Yeah! Thank you for liking the live as well, gang. Y'all are so dope. Oh! Which Shinran? The Shenron. Demon King Piccolo killed Shenron. Back in the OG Dragon Ball. Da 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 da! Oh, he's so heavy. Oh! Dang, that was good. How do you think that Super Saiyan 4 Daima coming to Fighter Z? I think it's dope. Goodbye, #1 Champa fan. I think it's dope that they're doing a big update for fighters. I haven't gotten to play any of the balance notes yet, but I will hop in when they drop Super Saiyan 4 Daima. The hollow laugh. I read that as Ozzy Osbourne said She-Ra. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, that was a huge dodge from him. I gotta use some of these attacks. Okay, so that is not a real-time beam. What would happen if you put on the Patara but do the fusion dance before the earrings pull you together? I don't know. That's a great question. Oh, they got vanishes, man. And there is a what if, like, what if Goku and Vegeta fuse using the fusion dance, and then what if Broly and Gogeta fuse using the Patara, and it's what is it, Brojarot? I'd be curious to see how that plays out. Oh, he's transforming. Multiverse ends. I did not think that Fighter Z is getting an update, but at least we're getting a new character for sure. It's super cool. I know a lot of people have complaints about the size of Fighter Z's roster, but I really think, oh shoot, I really think that it's a fine size. It's just a different kind of game. For a fighting game like that, the roster is a fine size. If you want a full-size roster, that's what Sparking Zero's for. No! He's so good at dodging all of my attacks! I'm just trying to see what any of these attacks do. I'm kind of toying with them right now because I just want to know. Emperor's Flat, which we did this one on. My son is trying to publish mods for fighters. He's been making a ton of 3D miles lately. Hell yeah, that's dope. We are huge supporters of the modding community. I also finished the Super Warrior Arc story. All right, nice, nice. Fall back. What was that? Wait, Emperor's Gambit? Oh! Whoa! Whoa! That was cool. Okay. His favorite character is Jace of the Ginyu Force. Hell yeah. Jace, I would say, actually used to be one of my favorite characters. But after revisiting the series a handful of times, especially Jace in the games, just isn't very good. He just, like, none of his characterization in the games is very good, but I do love him in the anime. Oh my god, I'm gonna get hit by this. Big Vanish! Hit him with the bean! Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the character that no one asked for. I mean, no one was asking for anything from fighters. I mean, but also, like, that is such a terrible attitude to have about it. It's like, oh, then nobody was asking for this. It's like, yeah, okay. And the alternative is they never touch the game again. Like, it wasn't like Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku took a slot from another character. It's like a thing that they decided to do for the community, and people are relatively hype about it. It's not like, oh, they could have done any other character. They could have added in Ultra Ego. Like, no, they couldn't have, and they wouldn't. 18 Piccolo and Jace are my favorite characters. I have an 18 and a Piccolo Tat. I plan on getting Jace. That's sick. Nutella is so good. I'm a fan. I'm a fan personally. Haven't had it in a while though, actually. I don't want to buy it, but when it like comes with something like a dessert at a restaurant or something, I'm usually pretty satisfied. I am a big fan of Trunks myself. I have the Trunks sword back here. I also am a big fan of Tapion. Bardock is my all-time favorite character. That is based. Bardock is an excellent character. Broly! 18 have been told I look and sound enough like that. I got the username. Hey, fair. Do you have the hots for Krillin? What I'm saying that we should have gotten something different. We literally have GT Goku in the roster already. Yeah, but we don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku in any capacity. But again, what I'm saying is that it was that or nothing. I'm like it's. I get that you're unhappy about it, but like that doesn't really have any bearing on what they decided to do. Because again, it's not a matter of, ah, dang, they could have done something else. It was literally they did it, and they wouldn't have done anything else. like they were probably approached by somebody else who was like, hey, do you want to do Daima Goku specifically? And it was either yes or no. And it was either never touch the game again, or we get a cool new character regardless. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them adding Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku to fighters, especially because they're really trying to push Daima. They want the community to accept Daima as part of the canon. And if adding the character to every single game is how they do that, then that's how they do that. I think that's totally valid. I am getting my ass kicked. Broly is so strong. He's got super armor. I can't break his guard. Ugh. Okay. Oh my god, the real-time beams. Does this mod pack have Super Saiyan Bardock? It does not. They call him the what? A beverage of sorts? I think the internet will break if they had an episode where Goku remembers his parents in the anime. Yeah, I'm really excited for them to do the granola art. He's probably my favorite DBZ husband, honestly, fair. I was going to say my son, I think I made Daima Goku better, though, by giving him the better... Oh, no, I think that everything Daima does from, like, a character design standpoint is good. And, like, I'm happy that they're trying to incorporate Daima into the games, because just getting more characters in the games is, like, not a bad thing. I should go back to that. I think he's gonna be really good in fighters. I think it's gonna be really good, and I kind of prefer the new Super Saiyan 4 over the original Super Saiyan 4, personally. How do you get these mods? You go to Game Banana and you search up Sparking Omega, and you follow the instructions. That is if you have a computer to play Sparking Zero on. All I want from Dragon Ball FighterZ is them to make the character not look out of place. I mean, they haven't done that historically. I don't think that there's any character in the game that feels out of place. And he's just going to be an addition to the game. He's just a Dragon Ball character that's being added to a Dragon Ball game. It's as simple as that. I mean, look at him. He's so sick. Why do you prefer the new Super Saiyan 4? Honestly, I genuinely like that all of the hair is one color. I like that the fur matches the head hair. I also like the big hands. I think the big hands is a good like bridging the gap between like the human form and the Uzaru form. I am a very big fan of it. And of course we have this golden variant, and of course we have the proper colors. Like this looks very wrong to me. I don't know what it is. It might just be the body proportions. Like works better when it's all cohesive, but the Super Saiyan 4 GT color palette does not work on Daima Super Saiyan 4. I prefer GT, but that's only because I like the classic look of Super Saiyan 4, but Daima still looks cool. Yeah, I mean, Super Saiyan 4, like, in general, is just a cool concept, and Daima didn't do anything to hurt the design. Yo, what's up, Richter? Which Super Saiyan 3 do you prefer? Goku. The art style is way different than any of the characters we have in that game, so I'm scared that it will look out of place. How? How is it different? It's... What's different about the art style? Just because Daima looks aesthetically different than other things in Dragon Ball Z doesn't mean that it will look weird in the game. It's made by the same team. Like... they're gonna do the same thing. He looks shiny? I mean, I guess, but I don't... Like, what do you mean? let's get to the bottom of this. What do you mean? I'm just over here curious. Because we've seen, like, their concept art. And it looks fine. Like, the anime is just shaded a particular way because that's what the anime looks like. Like, this promo art that we have of Super Saiyan 4 Goku in the fighter style is, like, fully consistent with the rest of Fighter. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Let me... Wow. Like, it's wholly consistent with the rest of the art style. It just looks a little bit different on, like, in the 2D format. Like, it'll look fine in game. And if it doesn't, then that's a problem that the developers have, not the design of the character itself. If they can't figure out how to make it work in the game, that's on them. I'm gonna take my students to dinner. Amazing talking to you. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I mean, this looks absolutely fine. I think it's gonna look fine in game. Whoop, what's happening? There we go. I think it's gonna look fine in game. It might look a little bit different. It might be a little bit, but because Daima is a unique art style, and this is a unique take on a thing. But I don't think that. I think it's gonna be okay. I don't think the Fighter Z devs have done anything to let us down so far. So this is a moot concern. I hope it looks alright. It'll look just fine. I promise. Trust old Gunch. They've put 30 characters into that game after after the base game, and they all look consistent. They all look fine. This won't be any different. Any mods on Bardock? No. Nothing too special for Bardock. Couple good outfits. Just the classic outfits for him. Got the BT1 alt color palette, which I like. Who did I want to play as? I want to play as Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Are there any alt color schemes here? There are! Any Zubu absorption mods? No. Oh, I mean, come on! With the Zeno fit? Let's go. This is gonna be sick. Okay, we're up against? Goku! Classic. So Vegeta is the cup. What is Bulma? Sorry, I missed that. Bulma, if Vegeta is the cup and Trunks is the drink. What's up, Otaku Gamer? What's up? Then Bulma is the bottle. The bottle in which the drink is poured from. Into the cup, I guess. I don't know. The metaphor starts to get a little messy. Let's go. Been window shopping for some mics. What are you in the market for? I'm a big fan of the Shure SM7 here that I'm working with. Oh, the Big Bang Barrage. That was cool. Sent a bunch of them out. And the Shining Kamehameha. Everything's slowed down so much. Might get the road. I can do voice acting. Yeah, I use Rodes for my video work. Big fan of Rode. From I don't have much experience with their like XLR or USB mic situation, but they're very consistent with the Go mics. We're in a Big Bang Barrage. That's a lot of damage. King Kai is a narrator is dope. It's funny for a little bit, and then he doesn't shut. God, look at that beam. That's crazy. It makes my entire computer explode.
I thought you were a little stronger than that.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is pretty tough. Not gonna lie. Pretty tough. I'll probably pick up the road. NT1. I've heard that one is good. Can you show off some of the costumes? Sure. So the costumes are from 3 different packs, and I'll do it after this tournament. The costumes are from 3 different packs. One is Tano's costumes. extra outfits, and then there's like a BT3 color palette. Is that Super Saiyan 4 Vegito? It is. That has basically every alternate color palette from the old BT games. Okay, I didn't get the dodge off on that. Oh, the Trunks hair model looks so good. Huh. Oh, I couldn't hit him on the ground. I should have tried to pick him up. My bad. Please don't. Any crazy fusions? No. The game is literally in slow motion right now. Come on, Trunks. Okay, well he can just take that 11,000 damage, I guess, if he really wants to. I guess I would say this is probably the craziest fusion. Is the Super Saiyan 4 Jeets. But no, this mod, Sparking Omega, focuses on reworking the balance of the game rather than just like adding characters, which they do add some characters, and they all play fairly unique, which is cool. But a little bit of a graphical overhaul, as well as performance and balance. As you can see, we have weightless movement. It's fast as fuck, boy. Spirit control. That refilled some of my goods. Trunks! Okay. Yo, thank you for liking the live, gang. Appreciate ya. You want to get hit by the Big Bang Barrage? That's not it. Okay, he did take it. I can de-transform. Base! I only need to be in base to fight you, Trunks. Thank you again for liking, everybody. Very, very kind.
Sorry, guess I don't know my own strength.
Guess I don't know my own strength. Alright, I think we got one more here. And we'll take a look at some of the costumes. I need to get the renewed Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta and Gohan mods, because those also add in a bunch of cool costumes, but I don't have those currently. By MEG, I believe. Those ones are all really good. Oh wait, we're up against Beerus. Okay, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito versus Beerus. Can I take down the God of Destruction? Huh. Here we go. All right. Dun dun dun. Beam struggle me, you cat. Okay, he did not. Now the Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. Yo, thank you, Mo Lowry, for the follow. Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku is in Spark Zero, so you can make a team of only Super Saiyan 4, GT, and Daima together. True. We need Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta too. So we need Season 2 of Daima so that we can get that. Okay, I gotta get this ult off. They keep dodging. Follow up. Big follow up. Big follow up. Let's go. Swing him down. Hit him with the bam. And slice through him like he's nothing. Shwing. Okay, he's still alive though. Yeah. And we hit him with the... Okay, well, fair enough, I guess. Oh, ow, yikes. Hello there. Hello, Goku Fist. Goodbye, Beerus. Goodbye, Beerus. And that's that tournament.
I thought you were a little stronger than that.
I thought you were a little stronger than that. He does the thing that Shadow does with his...
Congratulations to you. You're the winner.
You're the winner! Thanks, King Kai.
Hope you're ready for the next tournament.
I think I am. I think I am ready for the next tournament. But we're going to take a look. What is this, a mod pack? Yes.
Calling all challengers.
Called
Any
Sparking
fighters
Omega.
out there who think they've got what it takes?
You're pretty hot-blooded for someone.
You're
with
pretty
1 foot
hot-blooded with
of
Come on,
Come on, let's get started.
How's your day going? Mine's kind of okay. The day is ending, though. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. And it's only 4:30. But hey. That's all right. The other World Tournament should have been in the map from... Yeah, I know. PyCon should be in this game, too, honestly. Dotathan, what's up? Somebody was asking about costumes earlier. What costumes do you want to see? We got fits. Is there anything cool for Broly? No. No. That was me. Just show them off. We got the BT3 all color for Broly, which you can't really tell here, but it does give him the yellow Super Saiyan hair. Which I guess we have a couple alt versions. Show and tell. I like proper Super Saiyan. Achoo! Did someone say my name's Striker? I don't think so. They got Black Omega Shenron. Indeed. They do. Where is he? There he is. Sorry, I'm not used to the new icons. How's the yellow not in base, bro? I know. But yeah, we got the dark color scheme, the dark gray and the red. Any Cyberman costumes? Good question. Let's take a peek. Get the Jinkoman and the Kieraman. Okay, we have red. And we have in the Saiyan armor, which is really silly. I like that. Anything for Pan? Let's see Perfect Cell Max. I don't think I have Perfect Cell Max. Okay, yeah, just her alt shirt. Unless maybe. In the armor is wild. Saiyan men. Just the BT1, the blue. I like the blue a lot. I really am a fan. Super Saiyan Pan when... Hopefully sooner rather than later, not gonna lie. I think we looked at the Bardock fits already. Yeah, we got the gray BT1 color palette. Yeah, thank you for liking the live. We have the Daima alt fits. Which we got orange gi, we got the Daima gi. We got the alt BT1 colors. All the good stuff. Any Super Dragon Ball heroes for Super Saiyan 4, Goku, Vegeta, and Gogeta. I think I have the Capsule Corp fits for the gang. Oh, whoops, I accidentally messed up the order. Let me take a peek. So we have the normal fits. We have Vegeta's alt color. I'm pretty sure we have... Yeah! There it is. Is it there battle damage? No. It's pretty good. Ah, casual Goku. Yes! I think this mod pack has one casual Goku fit. Goku as Kakarot? My name's Goku, and I'm a Kakarot from Saiyan. Oh, we got End of Z fit, which is classic. Love the End of Z fit. Any Tapion outfits? Just his alt colors, which is good. I'll admit. Who are the big name characters in this pack? Well, so the pack doesn't really add characters like that. This pack is more... Sparking Omega as a whole is for balance. So it rebalances the game. It makes all of the individual fighters move faster, move a little bit more fluidly, makes combo strings a little bit more fast and impactful, and it reworks some characters to make them feel a little bit more like BT3. Now, there are some exceptions. This Golden Cooler mod is part of Sparking Omega. There is Gohan Black, which is part of Sparking Omega, along with a custom animation, or a custom transformation of Divinity Unleashed, which is really dope. We played as that earlier. And then Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. But those are like really the only ones. Oh, Shin too. We also have Shin, which is dope. And we're probably going to play as Shin in this tournament. Is there Frieza Black skin yet? I don't think so. I wouldn't put it past Zio to put Frieza Black in the game in a future update, but they haven't gotten to Super yet. Do you have Emperor Cooler? No. What if Tapion got a low taper fade? And then we do have a couple custom Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta skins, which is really dope. Although I don't, it must be a like discrepancy with Omega because the like the Super Saiyan 5 Gogeta outfit is not present. That gold cooler was so clean. Yeah, it is really dope. Is there a Mira and the other guy, Mira and Toa? I think there are Mira and Toa mods, but they're not included in this pack that I have. I think we have a Trunkton Gotenks skin in here. And the BT1 all colors. Yeah. So this is just changes the doesn't change any of the moves or anything, but it's like the Goten and Trunks Potara fusion, which is pretty cool. How can you tell what's a good mod and what isn't? Just trying it mostly. It's kind of hard to tell if one is going to be good or not just by looking at it. Oh, I know that Gogeta has some original moves in here too. I think this is like a merging with Team Densetsu. Yeah. Which we also have the classic color scheme. Cosmic Impact with Stardust Blaster. Replaces God Punisher with... Oh, I kind of want to play as Gogeta. So we're going to do that. What's up, Daniel? But yeah, really it's trial and error. There aren't that many bad mods, I'll be honest. There are some that feel like it's just a replacer. But most of the mods are pretty good. Do you have Super Saiyan 4 Broly? I do not. What if Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has like a grade transformation? That's not a bad idea. I like that. I saw a dumb AI version of Vegito turn into a mod. I saw that too. People are really running with that. Alright. Here we go. So we got a couple new moves on this version of Gogeta as well. Oh, I was not expecting the Japanese. Oh, yo, that was sick. Can you play online or do the new raids? You can do the raids, I believe. I don't know if you can play. I would say no, you can't play online unless you're playing with other people that have this pack installed. Do people like Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z so much? Yeah, I think it's quite popular. It's definitely the most competitively viable Dragon Ball game. Let's go for the God Punisher. Yo, this Z Gogeta fit goes crazy hard. No, he was just standing there. New DLC? Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. This is destroying my performance. I have it, and since I play by myself, I don't really have much value for it. I mean, the campaign is fun, but it's just like, if you've never played or enjoyed like Street Fighter or Tekken, just because it's Dragon Ball doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you're gonna like it. It's a 2D fighter. If you're not a 2D fighter player, then that's fine. There's Xenoverse and Kakarot and Sparking Zero as great alternatives. Get him out of here. Let's hit him with this beam again. Hey, stopping by to say thank you for the opportunity for the voice audition. Yo, no problem. It was a lot of fun. I don't think Xenoverse 3 is gonna come out. We'll have to see what happens on January 25th. It's not bad by any means. It's just I hear people calling it the greatest. Well, it's just a matter of what you're looking for. If you're looking for like I think Fighters is one of the best 2D fighters that I've ever played. Like straight up. Like, I mean, I'm not like a huge side fighter like that, but I've been around the block. I've played Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Tekken and Fatal Fury and like what's the one that Terry is in? It's just a different type of genre than what like I think Dragon Ball fans are used to. And it's not for everybody. But like if that is the type of game that you're into, it absolutely is a top tier. It's absolutely top tier. I give him the same boat as the Naruto Ninja Storm. I think it's better than Ninja Storm. You think they'll announce an anime? Yeah, I do. Should I purchase Xenoverse 2? Not unless it's on sale. That was sick, by the way.
I'd say you're worthy enough.
I think they might announce Xenoverse 3 at this event. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. But at this event on the 25th, they might. There's a dispute going on for the rights. Yes, which as far as what the rumors going around are saying, the dispute has been resolved. And they are moving forward. Shueisha still being involved, which is a bummer. But it seems like Capsule Corp is going to be covering the anime, which is good news. And it seems like Toyotaro is going to be coming back for the manga. So we'll be having to see what goes on the 25th. But I think we're going to get the manga announcement. The manga is going to return. I'm going to pause while I yap about this. So we kind of know what they're going to talk about. They've already announced what the showcase is going to be. We don't have details, but we have a general idea. The anime is going to come back. An anime is going to come back. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be Super. We could be getting Daima Season 2. I'll just say an anime is coming back. And it might be Daima. It might be Super. A movie. I think we're going to get a movie, and I think it's going to be the Goten and Trunks stuff from the manga. And the manga is going to continue. I think those are going to be the three big announcements. And then the game announcement could be a Budokai, could be another 2D fighter, or it could be Xenoverse 3. Hard to say. I think Dragon Ball Super needs an overhaul version that's more faithful to the manga. Well, that was rough because the manga and the anime were being written at the same time. So, like, they're just different. And I think that the Super anime is okay at best, but it's still better than GT. And we still have the manga, which is wonderful. But now that the manga is done, we can just continue the Super anime while following the manga. And that's fine. I don't think it really affects that much. Could be Raging Blast. I don't think so. Dragon Ball Season 2. Yeah, maybe. I think there is a good chance that we get Daima Season 2. They release images of the new card game. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's fine. I just think if they're going to be hyping up an announcement for a game, it can't be like a mobile game. OG Dragon Ball Season 2 would go so hard. OG Dragon Ball Season 2. just rewrite Z completely. Just do something else after OG. I think the manga will return, especially with Black Friday. Oh yeah, no, the manga's coming back. The manga's 100% coming back. Well, they, like I said, they for this this Genki Dametsu event that they have that they are having on January 25th. They have laid out the schedule, and they have 3 separate instances of Dragon Ball Super announcement, Dragon Ball Super announcement, Dragon Ball Super announcement. So we know they're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super 3 times. And that, again, in my mind, signifies anime, movie, manga. So they're going to be doing all of these things, probably doing a movie first while the mangas continue being written and while the anime is in production. That's my guess. And we know that they're going to be doing a game. So whatever that game is, I don't know. I do have a video that I want to watch about Xenoverse, a potential Xenoverse 3. But I think we have a good chance Janemba will become canon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not of the mind that I want them to continue bringing back old villains. I really don't want them to do that, especially now that Toyotaro's in charge. I think giving him the opportunity to write more villains is better than just rehashing stuff that's already been done and forcing stuff into canon. I would much rather them not force canon and let Toyotaro cook. Maybe bring Cumber. No. Cumber is silly. Cumber is very silly. Moro Gas Granola, amazing. 100%. The only person I trust with Dragon Ball. Me too. I know if this whole dispute didn't happen, we'll just get random transformations just to sell toys, right? Only person I want to see is Cooler. And I think Cooler is probably the most realistic option because you can do some interesting stuff with that within the context of what they have set up for Black Frieza. Is I think that you could do some interesting stuff bringing in Cooler. I just don't know. And I kind of want Raditz back too, Dotathan, but I don't think they're going to. And the reason is because they don't need to. Same reason why they haven't really brought back Bardock or like Nappa or like any of these characters, just because like they're irrelevant and bringing them back doesn't really serve any purpose. They can have Goku beat Cooler and Vegeta beat Frieza. Oh, well, I don't think that they're going to beat Frieza in the traditional sense. I think we are super fortunate to have Toyo Toro as the successor. I agree. I think he's a great illustrator, and I think the story that he has come up with and developed so far has been extremely good, especially compared to the rest of Super. We need copy Gohan. Well, they can have all the people oppressed by Frieza. Well, I think that this is just a theory, but I think that a solid ending for Dragon Ball as a whole is for Frieza to become the next God of Destruction and to hold like the Supreme Kai being super weak and easily killable over Frieza's head to keep him in line. I think that is, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but I think that anything that's just like they get a Zenkai boost or they do a fusion and they beat Frieza with a big Kamehameha is just going to be underwhelming, and it's not going to be interesting, and it like might be hype for a second, but upon critique will really fall apart, and I really hope that they don't do that. The fact that Dragon Ball still has so many opportunities to give more is crazy. It is crazy. Which version of Cooler would you want to see become canon? A new version of Cooler. I would like a new version of Cooler to become canon. I would like them to, though I think that the design is very good, I'd like them to play with the design a little bit if they're going to bring him back, which again, I don't really want them to bring him back. But holy Map Pat 2.0. This attack is so sick. I want like 2 or 3 more Super movies. I'd be completely fine with that. Not even gonna lie. Me personally, I think Granola will make a better God of Destruction than Frieza. Well, Granola doesn't have that long to live. And I know that they could like maybe play with that, but it would feel so lame if they did that. If they like made this whole thing about Granola wishing his life away, and then they're like, actually though, you can still continue on. That would be so lame. Because I think what makes him a great character is the fact that he is so frivolous with his own life and comes around at the end, but the tragedy is that it's the end now. Vegeta God of Destruction. I don't know. I feel like that goes against Vegeta's arc, too. If you read the DBZ manga, how would you feel if they made it into an anime? I have not read it. Dude, he's dodging me like crazy. He's got the moves. What about bringing back Bojack? I don't want them to touch Bojack. They don't need to touch Bojack. Because, I mean, as I know none of the movies are canon, but Bojack is the movie that fits into the canon the best. So they could just never touch it, and like if the fans want to make it headcanon, then that's totally valid, and they just don't need to touch it. But it's cold as fuck. You should check it out. I will. I'm interested. We're gonna do this game. Let's roll Daima into AF. That's kind of what I'm saying. I've been saying that we're probably gonna get Super Saiyan 5 as like the ultimate Goku form for a while now, especially since rumors started to circulate about Super Saiyan 4 appearing in Daima. But now, if we can somehow work Daima into the Super canon, bring Super Saiyan 4 back into Super, and then you can merge Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan 4, like Goku did with Kaioken and Blue, then you have Silver Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Instinct, basically Super Saiyan 5. I mean, it would break the internet. It'd be so good. That's the only fan service that I'm here for, and it's Super Saiyan 5 specifically. As one of the kids that in 2003 or 2004 was on the internet trying to like look up Super Saiyan 100 on dial-up. They can probably call it Primal Ultra Instinct. That's tough. That's tough as hell. What if Vegeta learned a technique like Kaioken? I mean, yeah, I don't know. What if, I guess. I feel like Majin Vegeta is romanticized too much. I don't know. I think that Majin Vegeta as a whole was like really interesting for Vegeta's arc, and from a storytelling perspective, I think was really excellent. The form itself, like, I mean, we got a good fight. We got a good fight against Super Saiyan 2 Goku. But, like, that's it, right? And that's kind of the problem that Dragon Ball has. A lot of these forms only get to see a little bit of screen time, and then we sit in limbo forever, and we create our own hype in our minds, and they get into games, and it's like, oh, man, they look so much better in the games than they did in the anime or whatever. And that just kind of carries them forever. But I do think that Majin, the entire Buu arc was really, really cool for Vegeta's character. I feel like Kaioken Vegeta won't happen because of pride. Yeah, I don't think Vegeta wants a multiplier. I think he just wants to be strong. I don't think if he's like, well, if I can use a technique to multiply my power, then I can just multiply my power without the technique and figure it out, you know? Whereas Goku had Super Saiyan 3. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Buu Saga is so disrespected by the fans. Yeah, I love the Buu Saga. I don't know. People are wild with it. It's good storytelling wise because it represents how desperate he was. Well, yeah. He was just going through his midlife crisis. I'm just trying to charge up to max power here, Janemba. Can you leave me alone? And I think that's one of the, like, 3 things that GT did well, was continuing Vegeta's characterization that kind of started in the Buu Saga. I really think that GT nailed Vegeta. Which is, like, as little praise as I can give GT. No! Is Buuhan stronger than Kid Buu? Well, that's the argument, right? Is that I think that Ultimate Gohan fused with Buu is objectively stronger, but because he is more sane and has more control, it makes him less dangerous. So I do think that Buuhan is, by the power level number, stronger than Kid Buu, but this power level number is irrelevant because there are things that Kid Buu does that Super Buu would never do. It's like seeing your dad drinking problems say that's his best form. I'm just trying to hit this ult. I'm trying to do a cool cinematic finish. I think as a mortal, you can't inject Ultra Instinct into your being. It has to be a transformation. But we have, like, true Ultra Instinct. I mean, that's what we've seen in the manga, is Goku beginning to merge, make Ultra Instinct his own, which is what Whis has been conditioning him to do. And I think that is the final pinnacle of that, is going Super Saiyan 4, activating Ultra Instinct, and then... I really like the theory that... This is so loud. I really like the theory that the transformations that Saiyans do and have is just how their bodies react to the power increases, right? Like, it's... If a different creature had a power boost to the scale of a Super Saiyan 1, or like a Super Saiyan 2, a Super Saiyan 3, right? Where you get the long hair. That's just the Saiyan's body expressing that power. Whereas somebody else who's that strong obviously doesn't have that happen. So I like to think that Ultra Instinct is a technique that Goku is developing and learning, but it is being expressed through a transformation because it's not mastered, and it's only being expressed as a power increase rather than the technique that it is. But as he begins to master it and control it between Omen and then True, it's like it's coming back down to his base form. So then being able to combine with other forms of Super Saiyan feels like the next direction. Body self-preservation, yeah.
You're the winner! I hope we get to see you at the next tournament.
Just moving without thinking. This is coming from how Moro's body handled it. Right. Correct. Do you think it's the same thing with Vegeta? No, actually. That's the interesting thing, is that I think that... We're going to do one more tournament here. I think that Ultra Ego is a transformation. I think that Vegeta tapping into that form of God Ki does change his being. Now, I do think that is a different type of transformation than like a Super Saiyan. or even like blue evolution. I think it's a different type of transformation, but it's kind of the same thing that we see with Topo, right? Taking on the mantle of a god of destruction, like, physically changes you, and he's just able to tap into that, which I would classify as a transformation. Dragon Ball SD, the anime. Dragon Ball SD. I don't know what that is. We were talking about that earlier, though, I think. Okay, we're going to play as Shin, and then we're going to call this stream, I think. Unless you guys want to react to this Xenoverse 3 video that I have, that I've been sitting on. But, stuff. Fair. Stuff and things. Shin! It's the boy! The biggest fraud in all of Dragon Ball. I have a theory people laugh at me for, but I think Beerus exists in GT. I don't think there's anything to refute that. He's just not on screen. Xenoverse 3. I don't think Frieza should be God of Destruction because he represents Beerus not doing his job. Well, I think there's going to be a sacrifice from Beerus. I don't think Beerus makes it to the end of... Oh my god, Trunks! I don't think that Beerus makes it to the end of Super. Personally. I think that his arc is going to be growing attached to Earth, and he's willing to lay down his life for it. Especially if that means that... especially if it means beating Frieza. Which, again, I think that Frieza becoming the next God of Destruction isn't necessarily like Beerus handing the mantle over. I think that it is a sacrifice that Beerus is going to make. That's sad. I don't want Beerus to pass away. Oh, and that's the thing, right? Is he doesn't die. He doesn't just die. He ceases to be. This sucks. This sucks. Trunks is kicking my ass. I can't do anything. Shin is so slow. Punch me. He's gonna need heavy pacification. Well, not necessarily, because you have the constant threat that Shin could also just be killed. Like, they could just kill Shin, and then that would kill Frieza, because the God of Destruction and the Supreme Kai are linked. So the only thing they need to keep Frieza in check is to threaten Shin, which I think is really funny. Do you think maybe it's because Vegeta is getting more energy while he fights and expels it, while Goku gains life energy and uses that as his own energy while he fights? No, not necessarily. I think it's just tapping into different energy, and I think that the God of Destruction energy that Vegeta is tapping into is like is an energy to tap into versus Ultra Instinct, which is, I think maybe currently Goku is tapping into like some angelic energy. But I think ultimately the goal is to not be tapping into any energy at all, and it just be technique. It just be second nature. Imagine just having a tea and Cuckoo shows up and says, "Man, he's messing up again." Oh man, he's gotta like just put your fingers to Shin's head, like, Frieza, put the planet down. Fully expecting a full power Beerus fight. I kind of am. Because we don't know how strong Black Frieza is. Like, we have only gotten the brief little glimpse of him bodying Gas and then Goku and Vegeta, which shows just how powerful he is, in a sense. But we don't know the scale of that power. Do you have any of the Tamagamis? No. Or all of the Gods of Destruction fuse. That'd be crazy. Wait, no! I activated after him at Strike! Okay, Shin sucks. We got the statement saying he is under God power. Did we get that? That can't be true.
Wasn't it?
Because it hasn't been written yet. There is no limit to Frieza's power at this point, because what has happened in the stories hasn't happened yet. Frieza could be stronger than Zeno if Toyotaro chooses to write him that way.
Fiercest fighters have gathered here today.
Let's react to the video. Yeah, okay, we'll react to the video now. I think the next villain should be a previous runner-up for Universe 7, God of Destruction. Honestly, low key, I think that the series should end. I think Dragon Ball as we know it should end after Black Frieza. It's not going to happen, but I think that would be good. I think that'd be good if we did that. And then took a break, let Toyotaro kind of find his groove. My desire for the next like Dragon Ball property, let me get this out of here. You don't need to see me twice. My thoughts on the next Dragon Ball property is to do like a Boruto. But of course better than that. I want them to do a time skip where Pan is already an adult and Goku and Vegeta are dead, and we can get like Pan, who has gone through basically Goku's journey, right? Where she has trained with Kami and Korin and maybe even King Kai, and is training the next generation of fighters. I think that would be a really great way to bring things back down to earth, do some world tournaments, maybe even go for a Dragon Ball hunt. I think that would be an excellent way to continue the story of Dragon Ball and kind of get us out of this cycle of always having to one up, always trying to do better and always trying to be bigger. I think going back to a grassroots sort of thing that's just in the future would be a really excellent way to get Dragon Ball kind of back on track. Or we can follow up Goten and Trunks in the Galactic Patrol. For real, I'm actually totally fine with that too. I would love if Goten and Trunks became the protagonists and we slowly phased out Goku and Vegeta. That would be great. I would have no problems with that. Korra. Yeah, kind of like Korra. Okay, so this is a video by Zeno Coffee. Let me pull it up on the other stream here. I've been interested in this video for a minute. Xenoverse 3, what it needs. This is a 20-minute video that we're going to watch. I'm going to change this. So that TikTok doesn't get me in trouble. To that. Do you think Goten and Trunks will ever get their own unique transformations? I really hope not. I don't think they need it. There's enough transformations to pull from between Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, God, Blue, False Super Saiyan 4, Gotenks, and just like fusions. I don't think we need to do any more transformations. I really hope they don't. I really, really hope they don't, because there are characters that just don't have them. So like, let's just get Goten and Trunks their own like individual Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4, and then we can get Super Saiyan 4 Gotenks, and it'll be peak. It'll break the internet. It'll be awesome. And just leave it at that. Do you think Goten would go down the path of Goku or go the path of Gohan with transformations? I really like the idea of Goten being the analog for Goku. That feels natural. That feels natural that Goten is just mini Goku, and we get to have a little bit more mini Goku fun. I'm totally in on that. Okay, let me hide this. Imagine Pan's kid refer to Boo as Grandpa Boo. I love that. So Gotenks is Goten and Trunks is transformation as a fusion. I just mean in general, like they don't need a new transformation because they have fusion. Like they can just, instead of giving Goten Beast, let's just give both of them Super Saiyan 4, and the power boost of fusing Super Saiyan 4 should be stronger than Beast. Or as strong as Beast, or I don't know, because we don't know the power scale of Daima Super Saiyan 4. So like that's a whole thing, but it'll make sense since they do look alike besides Gohan and Goku. Yeah. But anyway, this video, it's 20 minutes long. So we're going to watch this and then I'll end stream. But this is what Xenoverse 3 needs. And we'll probably be pausing and just like yapping about this over the course of the thing. So let's get started. This is by Zeno Coffee.
Howdy, everyone. It's Coffee.
Howdy.
Yes, I've seen this. No, I don't yet have an idea on what it could possibly be. But with a recent post made by someone who claims to have arrived...
Oh, yeah, I did see this leak. The Cliffure. Reliable source that Xenoverse 3 is in development. I don't know what to think about this. I mean, obviously take all leaks with a grain of salt, but because Future Trunks is Super Saiyan Rage. Yeah, Super Saiyan Rage is really stupid, and I hope they don't bring it back. I hope that's just that's just done and gone.
Source. This seems to be a big topic of discussion lately. A new Dragon Ball game was just
I love that he's
teased by
playing
the official
Breakers in the
Dragon Ball
background.
Games Twitter account, and a lot of people in the community have seemed to already taken the side of it being Xenoverse 3. We don't know exactly what the new game will be. I'm hoping it'll be a new IP. Since
I also
Sparking
kinda
Zero
hope that
only
it would be
just
something
came
new.
out around a year ago, and I think it's a
But I don't know what they
little too soon to
do.
announce anything new
I
for
think
the
it would have to be
Xenoverse
an OG
series, but
Dragon Ball
we still
game,
have the last chapter of
if
the
it's
Future
something
Saga
new.
to worry about, and a possible 10th anniversary update. Speaking of, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is about 2.5 weeks away from the release of Future Saga Chapter 3,
This
the
is
penultimate
true.
moment in this ongoing narrative. The pack is set to include DBS Broly and Ultra Supervillain Frieza, with no other
Let me turn
confirmations
the
as of right now. With the Future Saga slowly
captions
approaching its
on
end,
for you,
and with
gang.
this being a topic of discussion since the Future Saga started, fans are speculating on what the end of the Future Saga could mean for Xenoverse 2. Much less
Hopefully
the
the end of Xenoverse
series.
2.
Some people have predicted that this season of DLC has actually been set up for a new game. I know the topic of Xenoverse 3
And that would
has
be
been
interesting.
milked to death by other Dragon
I don't
Ball
think they're
YouTube
working on
channels
Xenoverse 3
ever
because they're
since
supporting 2.
Xenoverse 2
Well, that's
came
kind of
out,
what he's talking
especially
about.
with how many Xenoverse 3
Is
videos
it feels like the popular opinion right now is that the current line of DLC for Xenoverse 2 is not only like a big farewell to Xenoverse 2, but it is also from a story perspective leading into Xenoverse 3. And the games don't really support the previous one while making another. Well, I mean, they kind of do though. I mean, Xenoverse 1 was getting DLC while Xenoverse 2 was in production. And I know it's different teams, but like Xenoverse 2 was getting continuous support when Sparking Zero was in development. So it's just different teams working on different things, and I think that the people working on Xenoverse 2 still is probably a minuscule team compared to who's working on Xenoverse 3, if they are working on Xenoverse 3. If you look at Dokkan, the DB Saga units get no love. Tau is a mess.
are just, trust me, guys,
No,
the
they
leaks
never
are
give
real.
they never
I'm
give
not
OG,
here to make that
OG
kind
Dragon
of
Ball the
video
respect
or
it
even
deserves.
shit on those kind of videos. If you make that kind of content, that's all power to you. But I want to give my own thoughts, especially since I
Give
feel
me your
like
own
there may
thoughts,
be a
Coffee.
deeper reason as to why we haven't gotten a Xenoverse 3, even after all this time with the
I think that
consistent
Xenoverse 3
support.
has to be
Even
the best
though my
Dragon Ball
final
game of all
opinion
time, and
on
they know
Xenoverse
that.
3
So if they
is that
are
we'll
working on
likely
it,
not be seeing another
they
Xenoverse
will.
game until around the end of this decade.
I think if they are working on Xenoverse 3, they know that it has to be the best Dragon Ball game of all time, and they have to do everything right that they did wrong in Xenoverse 2. So it's going to be a while. If they are working on it, it's going to be a while. What video are you watching? Xeno 3 is probably coming out like 2027 for sure. That's kind of what we're talking about, and what this video is sort of talking about. So this is just called Xenoverse 3, What It Needs by Zeno Coffee. We're just talking about how if Xenoverse 3 is even being worked on. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We also broke 1,000 likeys. If they're working on Xenoverse 3, which they may not be. The leak might not be real. And that's what we gotta preface always, is that also thank you everybody for the likes. I appreciate you so much. And the follows as well. If they are working on Xenoverse 3, which they might not be, we still have to take all of the leaks and all of the rumors with a complete grain of salt. If they are working on Xenoverse 3, I think 2027 is a generous timeline, if not a little optimistic. I don't know. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is one of the best Dragon Ball games of all time, so Xenoverse 3 could be the best. That's what I'm saying, is like, I think Xenoverse 2 is good. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for in a Dragon Ball game. Because I'm a BT player. I wanted BT3 with a character creator, and that's not really what Xenoverse is. And I don't think that's what Xenoverse 3 is going to be, but I do think that Xenoverse 3 could be Xenoverse 2 with a new, more unique story, more content at launch, and way better graphics, because now we're working with the PS5 and Xbox One X era, or Xbox Series era. I think that Xenoverse 3 could be a gorgeous game compared to I'd say bad looking game that is Xenoverse 2. I really don't love the aesthetic of Xenoverse 2. I think that the models are not great, but I also understand that aesthetic comes from having so many character customization options and so many moves, and like there's just limitations when it comes to that stuff, and it got to be crossplay 100%. We might get more Sparking Zero content to fund Xenoverse 3. Honestly, I'd be fine with it. If they keep I know they're going to keep supporting Sparking Zero, but if that's where the dollars go, then that's fine. I said to my friend who got excited about Xeno 3, and all the DLC you bought is going to be free, right? Well, that's the hope, is that the base game comes with most of the DLC. I don't know if they'd rehash some of the stuff, like some of the Xenoverse 2 exclusive characters, like the evil forms or the like the supervillain Vegeta and like Jiren that they released not that long ago with the Broly pack, or like the Super Saiyan Broly. Like, I think those characters could probably be left behind, honestly, but having like the base 200 character roster would be dope. If you want to make Xenoverse 3 the best game, let users choose between attack strings like they do super attacks. Yeah, I think that would be great too. At least choosing a fighting style, like choosing between Goku style fisticuffs, maybe like a speedster, like a birder style fisticuffs, a sword user, or like a pole user sort of fighting style, or like a hardcore beam user like Frieza or Vegeta. And have that affect your primary button combos, I think would be a really, really great addition. And Beam Clash, I think, dude, I would love it if they put beam struggles in there. Of course, you also have to have Super Saiyan 4 be an option for the character creator. But I also think that you need more options for the other characters. I think that it was a big oversight letting you freely customize the Frieza race, and not giving the Frieza race any proper transformations. Because I think it would be really fun if during the Frieza character creation process, you get like 3, and you get to choose each one of them. And as you start the game, having known like, okay, these are the 3 different transformations. This is the middleest powerful one, and this is the most powerful one. I'm starting in this weaker form, and as you level up, you unlock those various transformations. Would be cool. The Boo race, I think there's also room for improvement. But now with Namekians, we got orange forms. We could do other colors if we really wanted to. And of course, allowing humans to go beast is also very good. I think humans should be allowed to go Ultra Instinct also, but unless they can. Or all races should learn like various things. But your takes on this are amazing. Imagine if this is customizable as a WWE game. Yeah, I think the character customization at large is going to be probably pretty similar. I would like more options, but I'm probably just going to end up picking Yamcha hair because that's what I've done for the last 2 games, and my hair hasn't changed since then. So like I'm always kind of a Yamcha hair main when it comes to my creative characters. But I would also like it if they put a little bit more effort into the actual Super Saiyan transformations and how they look, because they're all kind of straightforward when it comes to when you transform in game. Just like make the hair stand up. Just like change the hair model between base and Super Saiyan. That's all. Ultra Instinct should look different on different races. I agree. I fully agree, because Goku's Ultra Instinct doesn't look like anyone else's. 100%. What about the Boo transformation garbage? Yeah, I think that Boo race needs something. And if they really wanted to do something cool and unique with the Boo race, I'd say you just do absorption. Like, you do whoever you're fighting against, you can absorb them. You take their top, and you like get a secondary, or you know what it is? Because in your ult, when you do L2 and R2 to activate your ult and your movement ability, there's an empty slot there. You just make that empty slot the Boo absorption skill that you steal from the other person, maybe a second ultimate. I think would be really cool, and again, make me want to play as the Boo race. Because for me, I'm just like, I just want to play a Saiyan. That's the power fantasy, is playing as a Saiyan. But if you have a reason to play as the other characters, an incentive to play as the other characters like that, something that can shake up the fights instead of playing 200 hours as the same character, it could be good. It could be really good, guys. I think Xenoverse. I'm a Xenoverse 2 hater. I'm a Sparking Zero Glazer, and I'm a Xenoverse 2 hater. But I do think that Xenoverse 3 could be the best Dragon Ball game, if they give the time and dedication to it that it deserves. Because I do think that Xenoverse 2 is a good game. It's just not my It's just not what I was looking for. But now going into a new game that could expound upon the things that I liked about Xenoverse 2 and maybe make better the things that I didn't like, I'm all in on it. The Super Saiyan transformation is a good point. It is tired. Look at the Broly, the Z Broly Super Saiyan transformation is so sick. And if that's the kind of quality that we're going to be getting, especially with a visual overhaul, I think that we're in for it, assuming that this game even comes out.
I've always wanted to make my own video detailing what exactly I want to see.
And and that's so funny because this is a 20-minute video about what this guy wants in in Xenoverse 3, and I've talked about what I want. So now that I've talked about what I want, let's see what this guy wants and see if it lines up. I'll pay $200 for the best Dragon Ball game ever. I'll pay $200 for base game Xenoverse 3. I'd pay $100 for it. I'd pay $100.
So this Xenoverse 3 video is
I'm a shill, but not that much of a
I've
show.
also done these, but they're more uncommon compared to the leak coverage. And today I have a little help. I'll be showing off various artwork by Aeon Panenko made just for this video. You may remember Aeon from my Fixing the Future Saga video when I displayed her redesigns for the Ultra Supervillains. This video will be seeing her visualization of a hypothetical Xenoverse 3. And that's another thing. How will this video
God, I
differ from
really
others
just
when
want
it comes to what
Super
I say
Saiyan
about
4
this
create a
topic,
character.
what I want to see in the game. From what I hear most of the community say when they talk about what they want from Xenoverse 3, it always feels
Tell
like
me about
loud
it.
sections of fans just want Xenoverse to be more like Tenkaichi, saying things like they
Okay,
want
well,
beam struggles.
that is what I
don't
want.
fall into that
That is what I want. I do just want Xenoverse to be more like Tenkaichi.
This game's combat is so fast-paced, and people focus so much on breaking their opponent's stamina, your chances of getting someone to land a beam struggle with you are little to jack shit. Xenoverse is nothing like Tenkaichi
No,
with how
absolutely
it plays.
not.
Xenoverse is not a fighting game. It mostly prioritizes its
This is what I've been
MMORPG
saying.
elements.
This guy's spitting.
Sparking is more of a fighting game, while Xenoverse is an online action role
Hello,
playing
Omega
game
Emerald.
where you assume the role of your own character in the Dragon Ball world. And it's those aspects I wish to see expanded on.
this guy's
With
spitting.
that, let's not
He's
waste
right.
any more time and get into what I would
I
like
do
to
want
see
Xenoverse
if
to
we
be
were
more
get
like
Dragon Ball
Tenkaichi, but
Xenoverse
only
3.
in the sense
Not gonna beat around
that
the bush here. This is my most scorching
there
hot
are
take
things
about
that I
Dragon
think
Ball
would
games
work.
nowadays, with Super and Daima
That's a good point
now
about
in the
beam
mix.
struggles, though.
I think it's okay to skip DBZ in story mode. If you want to have a deeper focus on Dragon Ball Super and adapt more of its material in the video games, and especially if you don't want the game's story mode to feel overstuffed, I don't see a problem with turning Dragon Ball Z into flashback material that doesn't get the most attention. You can relegate it to the side quests for all I care. Same with GT and classic Dragon Ball. And I know people have been wanting to see those
I think
two
we
get
do just
more
need some
representation
super
in video games, but
focus
a lot of what we'll be
in a game
focusing
like
on
this.
in this video will be Super
Daima
and
too.
Daima.
Daima
The
makes
Future
sense.
Saga in Xenoverse 2 has the most potential, in my opinion, to take us further into this idea, and I believe Xenoverse 3 should take
I've kind of fallen off on the
Xenoverse 3
future
can
arc
be more
stuff.
focused on creating alternate scenarios out of Super and Daima, while still telling its own story. The Future Saga isn't just giving us Dragon Ball Super story mode, it's adding its own flavor with the conflict between...
That's what Xenoverse does well, is the overarching story, at least in Xenoverse 1, was pretty solid. Xenoverse 3 needs reality crashes. That'd be sick. I think the Xenoverse 1 story is pretty solid, and of course the Xenoverse 2 story just expounds upon it, though it does get a little bit samey after a while, and I think that the future arc, from what I've seen, is doing a pretty good job of shaking things up and actually trying to tell a story again. But that's also kind of why I'm of the mind that all of this current support for Xenoverse 2 is leading up to the release of Xenoverse 3. Just make the full game 4-player, and they can sell us the same game again. Honestly, it's not a terrible idea. Don't tell them that, because they'll do it.
In our characters and feel. The best part of the Future Saga especially is that we're not just repeating the story of Dragon Ball Super, like how most games just repeat the story of Dragon Ball Z. The Future Saga is taking us to new
like doing
and alternate
different stuff
events that are just familiar enough to let us understand
for
what's
sure
going on.
Yeah, it's their own what if,
Xenoverse
which is
3
exactly
can
what
continue
he's
doing
talking
that
about,
with
and what
several
I'm in
storylines that
agreement
come from the
that
modern
we
Dragon
should
Ball
do.
Super and Daima are rich
Xenoverse
with story
3 should be
in the
fully
video games,
unique.
and I think Xenoverse 3
And go
letting us
crazy
see
with it. Do
alternate
some Super
paths
Dragon Ball
while
Heroes shit. I don't
providing
care.
deeper exploration into things like the Demon Realm would be awesome. These games have talked endlessly about the Demon Realm already, so with Daima
Yeah, the first
introducing
Xenoverse
this new
came out so
version,
long
I
ago.
wouldn't be opposed to having a separate hub world we can travel to that lets us explore
New
this
hub
area.
world,
The Demon Realm
Death
is
to
also an
Kantan
opportunity
City.
to have a branching story
Fully
that
unique would be the
changes based
absolute
on our
best,
decisions.
100%.
We should be able to choose a side in whether we want to protect history with the Time Patrol or create branches and
Ooh,
distortions
choose
with
your
the villains.
side. Well, man, I paused it right as the graphic went away.
Love how the Infinite History story led us down many different paths. Let our TARs be
What did I do?
side
Okay,
in
there we go. Choosing your side is an excellent idea that I had never considered. I love that idea of siding with Trunks and the Supreme Kai of Time, or with whoever this Squid Man is and Fu. That, like, Infamous, exactly. Yeah, that would be sick. I think I'd probably still side with the Time Patrollers for like an initial playthrough or main character playthrough. Because I don't like it when people are sad, but I do really like the idea of having two similar perspectives on the story, but just that shift of the good side or the evil side is very interesting. I like that. Besides, when it comes to making more creative characters, 100%. Anything to make the character creation more immersive.
People love how the Infinite History story
And
led us
replayable.
down many different paths depending on what we did and what mentor we took along with us. Expand on that as well. Let our teacher
hate
be an
replaying
important
that
part
story
of the
mode. Me
story
too.
alongside our Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2 avatars. It can help these three games feel more connected and complete. Dragon Ball Super and Daima being the focal point of Xenoverse 3 also gives us the chance to set
Yo,
our
sup, dude?
characters down
What
unique
you
paths
playing?
when it comes to
We're just
their
talking about
power.
Xenoverse 3.
For
We're watching
next
this video.
segment, it's the main thing Xenoverse is known for. Let's talk about customization. I know I just said we can mostly ignore GT, but it can factor into this one thing
Thank you
that
for the
people
follow.
have been begging for since Xenoverse
Super
2
Saiyan 4.
released. Super Saiyan 4 would be the big-time awoken skill for Saiyan CACs, and you should be able to choose between whether you want to have the GT or Daima version for your avatar. Going
Agree.
to visit
Thank you
GT
for the follow,
Goku and training
Contrapasso.
with him can help you unlock GT Super Saiyan 4, while visiting Neva in the Demon Realm and training with him can help you unlock Daima Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah,
Another
for sure.
route you can take would be with Time Patroller Future Trunks, teaching patrollers how to unlock Super Saiyan God. One idea I have would
God, I
be
love
turning the
long hair
unlocking
Super
of
Saiyan God Trunks.
God into a mini game where you have to max out your friendship level with several Saiyan mentors.
Oh,
then
for
you can
sure.
assemble them together for the Super
To
Saiyan
do the
God
ritual.
summoning ritual. As
You know
seen in
Broly
the
a
Battle
true
of Gods
freak, right?
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Back to Super Saiyan 4 though.
Big
I
time.
think this would also be the perfect chance to add animated Saiyan tails that you can toggle on and off depending on which route you take. If you have a tail, you can go Super Saiyan 4. If you don't have a tail, the form is disabled. Not only that, let us
I
make
like
our
the detail
animated
on that.
tails into the same color as our hairstyle. And we should also get spiking Super Saiyan hair. Almost 10 years ago,
what I said.
this is
That's
something
what I said at
people
the
were
beginning.
begging for Xenoverse 2 to have before it came out, but it didn't have it. I'll go deeper into that later, but my point is that Xenoverse 3 has the golden opportunity to give Saiyans
To make
these
this
things
stuff
that
right.
fans have demanded for over a decade.
Everybody
Tails and
wants to play
spiking
as the
hair
Saiyans,
would be
it's just
a
the
gold
thing.
mine for the marketing. Plaster this all over the marketing, alongside Super Saiyan 4 as well. However, I don't think Super Saiyan 4 should be the only focus of this game when it comes to avatar
For sure.
transformations. I think
Gotta
the
give the
developers should
other
add almost
races.
every new form that's been introduced with Super, especially if the story is going to focus so heavily on it. We could get new awoken skills for Majins by using the Breaker's transfer mechanic to give us an absorption skill, using the power of any character we absorb in a fight and gaining new predetermined skill sets based on what they have. If we absorb a fellow avatar, we simply transform into a purified Majin. Yes, I'm
That's
talking
what
about
I'm
a purification
saying.
overhaul that adds absorption as a core function. I hear so much
I think
of
that'd
the
be great.
community going back and forth
These
about
are all
wanting
kind of
super
features
blue
right
awoken
now.
skill, when I believe that wouldn't
You
be as
have
expansive as this.
toggleable
Absorption adds more variety
tail
to
baked
how
into
you'd
the
approach
character
your strategy
creation
with a
that
Majin
that
avatar.
changes
And
colors
like
to
with
your
most
primary hair color.
RPGs, you gotta have a strategy in mind for most scenarios.
And the
You can
ability to
encourage
transform
this
into
with
Super
many
Saiyan 4.
other new forms, not just Majin. I would also love if they introduced new class options that let us create Majins that are more like Majin Ku or Majin Du from Daima. They could also classify the Glind underneath the Majin umbrella, indirectly giving us a kind of skinny or toned male Majin avatar type. Being
Would be
able
cool to
make
do
an
a Glind.
avatar like Glorio or
And
especially
androids.
Shin has been one of the most highly highly requested features of a hypothetical customization update.
Yeah,
There's
that'd be
a good amount
cool.
of people out there that love all the lore that Dragon Ball has introduced with the Supreme Kai, and they want to take advantage of that with their own character, including me. On the topic of new
Not
lore,
against
you
it.
could also give Namekians the new power awakening in orange forms, just like with the Supreme Kai.
How would you
fans have
differentiate
loved the
an
amount of
android from a
attention
human?
Namekians have gotten over the past few years with the Moro
Like, they
Saga,
just- you
DBS
can't-
Superhero, and Dragon Ball Daima.
do
It's the
key
perfect
charging
chance to let us
skills.
create Namekian characters that have access to all the new abilities that have been introduced. Namekians also need better combos, because what we
Yup.
have now is some of the slowest Avatar gameplay in Xenoverse 2. Don't even get me started on how bad it was in Xenoverse
No
1.
aura.
You get better speed and fluidity out
Yeah.
of male Majins, if I'm being brutally honest. I'm really hoping for combo overhauls on both Namekians and Frieza
but,
race,
like,
because these two
is
are
that
some
fun?
of the coolest species
Why would
in
I want to
Dragon
play
Ball
as an
that aren't
android
humans
just to,
or
like,
things. And
not
I
have
feel as if
access
their
to
potential
particular
is
skills
being
and not have an
wasted.
aura?
Speaking of Frieza race, they could receive an
Infinite
overhauled
stamina
golden
would be
form
good.
with more functions, maybe even the augmented forms that Frieza uses.
But that would
in the
also be
Frieza
broken.
Saga. And like I said, alongside
Online.
Namekians, they need better combos that feel faster and more in line with the current Xenoverse 2 DLC characters, or whatever you want to do with Xenoverse 3's combat. I really dislike the Day 1 Frieza race combos because they're just animations pulled from all versions of Frieza, and there's barely any unique identity to how they fight. Compare this to
Yeah.
something like Female Saiyans, who
That's
are
what I was saying at the
shockingly
beginning,
unique
too.
and have some of the best flowing combos in the game, even some infinites. Frieza race avatars don't have
Frieza
this
race
kind
is
of
kinda
fluidity, and
lame.
I hope we get some adjustments to that.
But their
And
charged
here's
ki
another
blast
hot
can
take. I
stun.
don't think humans need any special transformations. They're not known for that in this universe. I'd much rather we be able to get different types of humans, like androids, whose proper
Right.
name is artificial humans, cyborgs.
It'd be cool if you could
should be able to make
androidify
our own
yourself down the
cyborgs
line, and
in
that's like an
Xenoverse,
upgrade-
giving
an
them
upgrade for your
techniques
character.
and
Yeah, thank you for
leveling
the
up
follow.
abilities that are exclusive to this concept. And to be consistent with previous
Frieza hasn't been
games,
modeled
cyborgs should
since
not be able to
DBZ
use
First
any
One.
kinds of energy charge.
Right?
With that in mind too, we should be able to have bio-androids like Cell or Mira. Cycling back to
Yeah, that'd
awoken
be cool.
skills, I think this is also the perfect opportunity to introduce
And if we're gonna give the
manga-related
booze
stuff.
absorption, I
But
think you
also
could do
know
the
that there
androids
is a
and give
bunch of
them
legal
absorption
stuff
as
we
well.
need to go through to make that stuff possible. So if you can't find a way to add manga-exclusive transformations,
Like
for
Cyberpunk, add
CACs,
them
I would
as
recommend doing
necessary-
workarounds. For
as an
example,
accessory,
if you wanna
sorry.
add Ultra Ego
That makes
to
sense,
go
the ability to
alongside
turn your
Ultra
human into an
Instinct,
android.
but
I think that'd be
it hasn't
cool.
been animated and or explained yet. Just give us the God of Destruction.
It would also be cool to have like custom transformations, right? I know they probably wouldn't do that, but giving each role like one custom animation or one custom transformation for reaching like max level would be cool. And maybe it's not super good, but that way you could like maybe I'm gonna do a Saiyan, but I want my hair to be purple and I want my aura to be green. It's like, okay, then you got that. You can like customize the transformations a little bit. That would be fun if it doesn't like if it's not any stronger or different than Super Saiyan functionally, but it's just like, I just want this to like be able to customize my character even more.
Destruction power-up.
I think not having moving tails is still stupid.
As well as Toppo in the Tournament of Power. There's also Dispo's supersonic mode
True.
that mainly increases his speed and
Do a
buffs certain
speedster.
skills that he has.
Speedster
Pure Progress
awoken
could
skill.
also be available for CACs without the worry of needing to have the DLC.
Right,
with
and you can
hit
give that to
skills,
humans.
Because that's probably the
They
one
gotta add a
reason we
demon
don't have
race.
Pure Progress for
Yeah, they were
avatars
just
in
talking about
Xenoverse
adding
2
in,
right now.
like,
Pure
glins.
Progress has a very specific buff
But
to
just
hits,
having
time
a
skip skills,
general
which our
demon
avatars
realm.
can't use unless we buy Super Pack 1 with Mentor
Just
hits.
use Daima
Having Pure
Demons.
Progress and all time skip skills available from the very beginning is an easy excuse to make this transformation for our avatars, and it gives us more variety in the kind
Yeah.
of builds we can make out of them. Again, this just adds to customization in general, a core part of Xenoverse's appeal. With all this talk of new additions to custom avatars, I think it's also about time we have more variety in our body type options.
I
For example,
agree.
being fat shouldn't be exclusive for male Majins. Others, for example, include
Right.
letting us have chubby female humans,
Yeah.
strongman body type
That
for
needs to be,
Namekians, skinny male
there needs to be a little
Majins,
bit of an
buff
overhaul
female
there.
Saiyans, etc. The writing is
Xenoverse
on
3
the
gotta use the
wall,
cell
and
shading
fans
technique that Sparking
haven't
Zero
erased
used.
it. We just keep
Yeah, I agree.
bullying the letters so the devs hear us louder.
I think that would help with the
community has been
optimization, too.
clamoring for more variety
I think
in
the game just
Xenoverse
needs to look
2's
better.
Avatar customization. Give us more hairstyle options. Stop with the wig accessories. No
Stop
one
with the
cares
wig
or likes
accessories.
those. And let us create kid characters again, like in
Yeah.
Ultimate Tenkaichi. Most of Dragon Ball's target
Dude,
audience
if I
is
could play as a
kids.
kid
kids
saying.
are an easy audience to appeal
That's what
to
I'm
with
doing.
this franchise.
That's what I'm
giving
doing.
them the chance to make a power fantasy
Include
out
the
of
CC
Dragon Ball is
fusions.
a money-making
I would
gold
love a
mine.
Capsule
More than
Corp
half
fit.
of this fan
Capsule
base
Corp
is
Vegeta
full
fit.
of children who will get hyped for any new form that's introduced in this series. Hell, I was like that in 2013. I was using Ultimate Tenkaichi to make Super Saiyan God Goku Jr. I've been writing fanfiction since I was 10 years old.
God.
It's crazy to think with how much
I do not want to
success
play Ultimate
Xenoverse has had
Tenkaichi,
as a series that a third
but I
game
also
never
kinda
got
do.
made. We've gotten a survival spin-off and a game with direct connections to the Xenoverse storyline, but no proper sequel to Xenoverse
Right.
2. This segment of the video is going to go over why I think we haven't gotten a Xenoverse 3 as of today. Keep in mind, this is only my theory, so don't be going...
This
and
is
saying it's
just a
fact.
theory.
It's just something I thought of. And it borders on conspiracy theory. What if Xenoverse 2 was never meant to be its own game, and was originally planned to just be a gigantic overhaul to Xenoverse 1's gameplay, and more or less nothing else?
I mean,
Let me
I'd buy that.
explain. Xenoverse 2 on release
that's kind of what it
didn't
is.
feel all that different to Xenoverse 1 when it came out. This is why so much of the community used to call it Xenoverse 1.5, especially with how many specific mechanics just functioned the exact same as they did in the previous game. But a lot of the recent updates for Xenoverse 2 have really fleshed out so many different
And pretty
aspects
much
of the game
similar
that it's
models,
starting
the
to make
character
Xenoverse 2
creation
feel
didn't
like a
really
proper
change
sequel.
much.
What if the gameplay was the only thing Dimps wanted to polish up with Xenoverse back in late 2015, but similar to recent games in the franchise like Sparking Zero, Bandai is
shaking things up.
consistently crunching their developers to have new games out by a certain time of the year. They possibly saw a money-making opportunity from turning a Xenoverse gameplay overhaul into a completely new game. The devs likely didn't have enough time to further polish Xenoverse 1's gameplay before it was released in early 2015.
I buy it.
And this is because of Bandai's stressful mandates. And again, despite
I will
Xenoverse
never
2
know,
feeling
but-
like an improvement in the gameplay area, it's kind of the only improvement it had upon release. What if Xenoverse wasn't meant to have a sequel?
But Goku
and
Black
Bandai
was
just
a
sold
pre-order
borderline
bonus.
Xenoverse 1 gameplay update as a new game, and at that point just continued supporting that game? Or maybe, what if Xenoverse 2
I
was
really-
the game that Dimps wanted to make this entire...
Yeah, that's the thing that I hate the most about Xenoverse, is having the certain transformations be the different characters, because sometimes I like to play as the various characters, but I would much rather, like, Super Saiyan Blue be like a costume for Goku that can transform up into Super Saiyan Blue rather than it being its standalone form. Jarblumbus Flumpius, thank you for the follow. Great name. I think that would be more appealing to me, just because, again, I'm a Tenkaichi player, right? So having 70 different costumes for Goku, and the max that he can go up to is Super Saiyan 3, and then I have to pick a different character to play as Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue, is just so unappealing to me. It just is like, I like the transformation. I like changing things up and getting like a different move set in battle. I know that's what Sparking Zero is, and that's not what Xenoverse is. And I'm fine with some of the stuff, like Beast Gohan. Sure, Beast Gohan being standalone is fine, especially if you're not going to put base form Gohan in the game at all. But just, I think it's just Super Saiyan God to Super Saiyan Blue that bothers me, and things like that, and also the Frieza and Cell transformations. But I have zero faith we are getting a Xenoverse 3, since all they seem to do is repeatedly make DLC. Well, that's what they sort of covered in the beginning of this video, is that the current DLC lineup is maybe leading towards a reveal of the sequel, and the story is building up to a new, unique, even bigger and grander story. But I also think that the DLC-ification of Xenoverse 2 also kind of comes down to what he's talking about now, which is Xenoverse 2, maybe, theoretically, was not meant to be a new game. It was meant to be an expansion on Xenoverse 1 that Bandai kind of forced into being a sequel game, and because they didn't have time to do either of the things that they wanted to do, they ended up like, okay, well, we put this game out now, we have good foundation, let's add to it, and let's eventually make it the game that it's supposed to be. And also, the DLC for Xenoverse lately, I mean, always has been a little like 2 characters with a handful of with a couple new moves. I think Broly Z Super Saiyan is the standout exception, but I think that when it comes to the DLC for Xenoverse, you can have a team of 4 people doing what they're doing. It probably is more than that. It's hyperbole. I'm not trying to talk down the devs at all or underplay their work, but you can have a very small team of people doing what they do for Xenoverse and have an entire team of people working on a sequel that could have been in development for a while, could have been in development as of this year. Like, we just don't really know, but I do think that them continuing to pump out DLC does not mean that they couldn't be working on a sequel. I think it just means, if they are working on a sequel, it just means that there is a very small team working on Xenoverse 2. And that's why for the Daima DLC, we only got Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and they both had full power energy waves. Like, I think that lends itself to the theory of maybe they are working on a sequel and it's all hands on deck over there, and they have a handful of people that are still supporting Xenoverse in the meantime. That's my take on it.
Time, and that's why there's been no 3rd installment. To make a long story short, what if Xenoverse
Thank
went
you,
through
Sloppy
an Overwatch
Apple, for the
situation
likes.
where it got a second game that's basically the same as the first one, but
oh my
with
god, he just compared
improvements in
Xenoverse to
certain areas?
Overwatch.
That could
Overwatch
be
mentioned.
why our hair doesn't spike up in Super Saiyan, because Awoken skills just more or less function the exact same way they did in Xenoverse 1 back when
Also,
they were
hello,
Ultimate
Greninja John.
types. And that's why if we
How are
ignore
you?
Super Saiyan 3 and Beast, most of the DLC Awoken skills in Xenoverse 2 only change your hair color. On the smaller side of things when it comes to gameplay, I'll offer a few more things I want updated or changed, but I don't have much to say about them compared to everything else I talked about. I'd like more limit burst types. This
More
mechanic
limit
is
burst
almost required
types.
at this point in the game now. People use it 24/7, so introducing more limit bursts could help with the previously mentioned custom builds. Customizable skills would also be a great new addition, even if it was something
Yeah,
as simple
I think the
as changing
customization
the
just needs a
beam
big
color. It would
overhaul,
do
and if
wonders
there's
for
a
this
cool new
community.
story,
We
then
love
that's
when customization makes
that's
our
it.
character feel more like our own, because that's what Xenoverse is about. Letting us put ourselves into the world of Dragon Ball and experiencing something unique to us.
Can I intervene?
That's
Of
the whole
course.
appeal to the Xenoverse series that people don't seem to
I want to be able to use
understand when
weapons.
they
Me
compare
too.
it to Sparking
I think
Zero.
having
Including
a
me,
weapon
but who
user
said
would
that?
be
We
really
don't
cool.
just want
Even
new
like,
characters
and what we were kind of talking about at the beginning of this video is it would be really cool, or when I was giving my thoughts on what I want from Xenoverse, would be really cool if they did a couple different melee variations, like heavy, slow, like Goku style, or like a birder style, like fast, heavy, slow, normal, but then also do multiple weapons. So you could do like long weapons, so you could do swords, power pole. That wouldn't really change your combos up too much depending on what weapon you chose, but then you could also have like a ranged weapon user, like guns and blasters and stuff, and just add more variety in. I want to be able to use weapons. Let me change my combos, please. Yeah. We have loads of limit bursts already. Well, that's kind of what he's talking about with this, is that there are loads of limit bursts, but is there really? Because there's some really good ones, and you just kind of use those, and that's it. So having more variety and shaking up what the limit bursts actually do could be an interesting way to shake up the flow of the gameplay. I don't disagree. It would just be different. It would just be different. And so I think it would be good to shake up the way that they function, and maybe make them more like mini transformations rather than just I got my defense up. You know?
skills, we want proper expansion to core customization features, not just on our avatars, but other playable characters. We need expansion on partner customization. We want to change costumes on characters
which
like
the
Goku.
the partner customization in Xenoverse 2 is really good, but I do think that it should be more, and it should be for every character on the roster. Maybe not DLC fighters, but like also, yeah, DLC fighters for sure. But the partner customization is one of my favorite parts of Xenoverse 2, and I would love it if they expanded on it.
Gohan, Vegeta, Piccolo, and many more. In general, that should be the big bolded word that devs put most focus on when it comes to Xenoverse 3. Customization. Anyway, to close this video off, I think it's great that Xenoverse 2 has been receiving updates on more than just the gameplay side of things, but Xenoverse 3 is basically an open door of new ideas and expansion on old existing features. I'm still undecided on whether or not I believe the new game will be Xenoverse 3. We have 2 months until this new game is announced. I don't want to set my expectations too high, but I also don't want to be cynical about it. I would honestly prefer if we got a Dragon Ball hero shooter game, along the same lines as the previously mentioned Overwatch or Marvel Rivals. Hero
I really don't want to get a Dragon Ball hero shooter, man. Hold on. Hold on. He says, guys, I don't think that it's Xenoverse 3, but I want Dragon Ball Overwatch. Oh, gang, I've put about 1,800 hours into Overwatch, and I can confidently say I don't want Dragon Ball Overwatch. Especially after Marvel Rivals came out. I think that if Dragon Ball tried to enter the hero shooter space, it would just be a shitty gacha game like Gekishin Squadra. Not that I think that Gekishin Squadra is a shitty game. They just parse the nuance there. Is that Gekishin Squadra is a gacha game, and it's fine. And I think that's all that would be. Reloading the Kamehameha. Well, Kamehameha's on cooldown, right? I think it would be functionally the same as Gekishin Squadra if we were to do a Dragon Ball hero shooter, where you have the heroes that you select, and you have a base combo string that you can do either long range Ki Blast or punching up close, and then you have your abilities on cooldown. Which is functionally what we got in Gekishin Squadra, but I think he wants more of a third-person perspective, and free-flying around, and more like Marvel Rivals in that way. I just don't know. I don't know. Floody, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Constant sequels to older series that are admittedly...
I made a whole video about what I think the next Dragon Ball game is going to be. Before Gekishin Squadra came out. It was when we knew that it was coming out, but it was still a while ago. Which you can watch on the Gunchpot YouTube channel. I recommend it. I like that video a lot. But my general idea, I gotta dip out, but you seem cool. Drop the follow. We'll come back another time. Thank you so much. We stream all the time, so I'll see you around. I think that the next Dragon Ball game, or I want the next Dragon Ball game to be an OG Dragon Ball action adventure game in the way of a Souls-like. I mean, your Dark Souls, your Bloodborns, but you're playing as Kid Goku with the power pole. You got a dodge roll. He can't fly yet, but like gets that skill later on. And we go through the story of the original Dragon Ball game, which is something that hasn't been done yet. And I think that would be really cool. No confirmation of the game actually being released or made. Correct. Yes. There is no confirmation. Everything that we're talking about is just rumor. It's just leaks, which could be true or not. But it's still fun to talk about Xenoverse at large. So open story Mortal Kombat Dragon Ball. Yeah. Less Mortal Kombat and more Dante's Inferno. I'd want a Skyrim style Naruto game. That would be sick. Yeah, this guy in the chat hates Dragon Ball games, which is like the thing that we're talking about. So just don't know why you would even want to be a part of this conversation if you hate them so much.
Beginning to feel like they're overstaying their welcome. Again, a huge shout out to Aeon Panenko for the original art.
Yes, okay. This video is wrapping up. Shout out to the guy who made this video, Zeno Coffee. From what I understand, a big modder in the community. That was a cool video. I mean, I like what he was saying. I agreed with a lot of the stuff that he was saying. I felt called out immediately because I am one of the people that just wants Xenoverse to be more like Budokai Tenkaichi. But I don't know. I think if Xenoverse 3 does come out, I think it'll be a really, really special game. I just don't know if it actually is. I think if we are getting a game, or whatever this game announcement that's going to be on the 25th is either gonna be Xenoverse 3, or it's just gonna be like some bullshit. Like it's gonna be another tentpole mobile game, or maybe a 2D fighter, or like a 2.5D fighter like Budokai. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Wait tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? We have a DLC after Kanton gets defeated. Right. There's 2 more Xenoverse DLCs, right? Or is it just the one now? I'm kind of behind on that stuff. I got the first 2 Future Arc DLCs, and then I kind of stopped. I didn't care that much. Now that Sparking Zero's out, I don't really feel like I want to. I don't really want to go back to Xenoverse until there's a Xenoverse 3 for me to go to. There are 4, but content is destroyed on 3. Got it. Yapping about the next Xenoverse update. I don't even know. Like, yeah, they haven't revealed what's going to be in the final yet. But it'd be cool if there was something. And I'm not a Xenoverse player. No, I'm a Budokai Tenkaichi fanboy, and I'm a Sparking Zero glazer. I put probably 500 hours total into Xenoverse 2 since it was released, which was a very long time ago, and it's probably been about a year, if not more, since I put any actual time into it. Definitely not since Sparking Zero came out. I did hop in once they dropped Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Daimagoku, just to check them out. And that was definitely the last time I played the game. More of a Fighter Z man myself, but I respect it. I gotta respect the Fighter Z grind. So far, DLC only has 2 new characters. Yo, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we'll be playing the Fighter Z update once the Daimagoku drops. I know that there's an update out now, and I'm going to do some practicing off stream so that when we do the big Super Saiyan 4 drop stream, I won't be dog shit. Because I'm really bad at it. I'm really, really bad at it. But maybe we'll do some stuff against viewers. But that is going to be it for this stream. Are there no Dragon Ball games coming because of the legal battle? No. Games are pretty unrelated to the legal battle that's happening. And it seems like if the rumors are to be believed, the legal battle is over. So that's good news. Potential good news if the rumors are true. But yeah, thank you everybody so much. You guys are greatly appreciated. Oh, everybody on the TikTok. We'll be back sometime next week with some stuff. I haven't figured out what I'm going to be playing yet. Probably more Deltarune. But that is going to be it for me. So thank you everybody again. And of course, as always, goodbye forever. And that is also going to be it for you guys on TikTok or on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you, Greninjon and Striker and the Flaw of the GD World for coming in and hanging out with me. You are appreciated. Goodbye.